Oh, alive. Demon. No salutations needed. But this is the living world of darkness. What I'm going to say. No pretentious bullshit today about the abyss. No darkness. No angst-ridden words about demons living before noticeable time and destroying everything and falling from grace and blah 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 blah. This is a story about Bob. Let's introduce Bob. Bob is a janitor. Bob's a janitor for Fordham University. He's a very, very nice janitor. He does his rounds and he looks after the students and he cleans lockers out, he cleans puke, and he also does things. He takes backhanders for things he shouldn't see, but he's generally a nice person. Married, divorced, and a kid. Problems in the courts, but he gets to see him twice a week. It's okay. The money's okay. He gets social security. The shrapnel on his back from the Iraq War, still a bit of a pain in the ass, but they set him up with this cushy job and they give him a back pay and they give him all the way cool drugs that they need to get rid of that pain. And that's really good because he can then trade that drugs to all the med students knocking around Fordham University for money. And they're all rich kids. So he has got quite a nice little backhander project going on, but he's still a good guy. He still gives money to charity. He still looks after his plants and his little animals. He has a cat and a dog named Spot, who his little daughter loves. However, he's also a pervert. He occasionally hangs around in his lockers and takes the time out and he confiscates girly mags from the dorm rooms when no one watches. Occasionally you hear moaning from his little cupboard when he locks himself in to enjoy the fruits of his labour. Or whatever photographs he's perved of the female students walking around the dorm rooms in next to nothing on. He often hangs around the sororities as well because he's a bit of a perv, as I said, but he's still a good guy. It's during his rounds that he encounters one of the students and they have a very nice, interesting time in his cupboard. The student has asked him to take him to a dorm room specifically. No questions asked. And because of the wonderful blowjob he just got, he's quite happy to take her. They wander around. They go up to the dorm rooms. They hear cat's calls in the background. He arrives at a door and he knocks on the door.
It takes a few seconds before there are some movements to be heard from the other side of the door, and you can see some movements as someone is obviously looking through the little tiny hole in the door. And then the door gets opened by Lily, who is looking up at the janitor. Hello, what can I do for you?
Hi, ma'am. It's Bob. He presents his ID and says, "I'm with the Fordham University Janitorial Services. We have a report of a blocked up sort of sewage system, and I think it might be affecting your ensuite. So I've been asked to come and see if you're decent, and so I can come in and come sort it out for you."
Okay. Yeah. Just sure. You can come in. Lily opens the door further to allow the janitor to do his job. She'll look a little bit embarrassed about the mess her apartment is in at the moment. Don't mind the mess. Didn't expect any visitors.
No, it's no problem, miss. He looks over. He catches sight of a pair of some of your underwear that seems to be lying promiscuously around, and you've forgotten, or maybe the cats have dragged it out of your bathroom. You don't know, but he's a nice guy, as I said previously, so he ignores that. He touches his head to his temples and scratching it, and then places his some of his work tools down on the doorway to sort of keep the door open slightly. Cat seems to be curious about what happens as he seems to walk into the room. I hope it's not being causing too much problem for you, Miss. I'm sorry about this, and so this call so late in the afternoon.
No, it's okay. It's just could you be careful that my cats don't run off? One of them is in Heath, and it's really. But anyway, if you don't mind, I have a thesis to finish. So you know where to find everything, or do I need to walk with you?
No, it's perfect. Oh, is this the way he points towards the toilet room, the bathroom? Is that the way?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
is all your things out of there? Because I probably need to take away the top part of the. He tries to find words to describe something that plumbers would know, but when having to relate it to people that don't or aren't in the trade, it's kind of he finds it difficult for words. And that's when you notice a little bump appears on his forehead, just above the right eye. It's like a little, small little, maybe I don't know, a half an inch bump. It,
Lily just seems to get rather distracted by the bomb, and she's just following it, or she's just focusing it with her eyes and not really listening to what he's saying. She's like nodding and yeah, yeah, yeah.
the bump moves. It almost like a bump scuttles along his eyebrow ridge, and goes behind his ear.
Uh,
He scratches.
there was. Is there something? It's, so are you okay?
He looks at you. He cocks his head and looks at you. I'm fine, miss. So a slight change and alteration to his voice. I'm perfectly fine. No problems here.
Um, do you did you have something? Did you eaten something weird lately, or did you do something that doesn't make sense?
Not at all.
Then
Not at all. I am a picture of perfect human health, he says, as his nose starts to bleed.
sir, and Lily kind of points to her nose herself. So she just points up. She's like, "Sir, your nose. Let me just get you a tissue or something. Just sit down on the couch, and I'll get you something to stop the bleeding."
Right, thank you very much. My assistant will be along shortly, and then we can finish off the work. I am so sorry about this.
Assistant.
Hmm.
Oh, you mean another janitor? Yeah. Just go sit down. I'll be okay. I'll be right back, and I'll bring you some. As she's walking into the kitchen to basically get a towel and actually get a first aid kit as well because it's kind of weird. And that guy had something on his head that he was moving. What the fuck? It doesn't make sense. So she comes back with the towel. Here, hold this against your nose.
You hear a distinctly female voice from your couch say, I wouldn't worry about him if I were you.
And Lily looks towards her couch.
And you see yourself sitting there looking at you with a shit-eating grin.
And what? The towel just drops from Lily's hands, and the first aid kit also just falls on the floor. What the fuck? Who are you? You're me. No.
You look at you, and then you looks at the janitor, and then goes, "Oh my dear, would you kindly get the door for us, please? Thank you very much." The janitor nods, and then we'll take the tools that are keeping the door open, and he'll close the door. He'll stand there, facing the door. Surprise!
Surprise. Oh, what the? Okay, what's going on? Who are you?
You stand up and you look down at yourself and at yourself and go, it's a very nice little meat puppet you found yourself here. You start rubbing yourself down from head to toe, checking out your curves. I like it. It suits me rather well. And I know maybe, my dear, we haven't seen each other for so long, but I thought maybe a time for a reunion.
I don't know who you are. You're looking like me, but this. Just who are you? Give me a name.
She smiles. You smile, shall I say, and she walks over. My darling, I know you haven't. It's been such a long time, and we've been parted by so many trials and tribulations. But you used to work for me, and you owe me something big. She walks close to you and she raises her finger and goes, may I, darling? May I?
Lily is just standing still. She doesn't really know who this is or what this is.
She'll gently bring her finger and she'll tap you right in between the eyes. And there's a flash upon your sight, and then our scene shall end.